Hello wrestling fans, and welcome back to Tweet Wrestling, the world of retro wrestling. In this video, we will be taking a look at the new WWE official retro 4-pack wrestling figure set. This is something that we thought we'd never see from Mattel again, and it features 4 of the greats from the mid-1980s. You can see there Cowboy Bob Orton, Mean Gene Okerlund, Mr. T, and Roddy Piper. Don't forget, wrestling fans, give us a like, always share, and subscribe to the channel. Here we go, let's take a closer look. Firstly then, this is wave 1 from the retro line, and taking a closer look here, we'll have a look at Roddy Piper. One thing I like is the real wrestling action. It's yellow with a circle that stands out better, very much like the other retro figures we've seen, and there's a cartoon image there of Roddy Piper. On the back you can see that it's black and white, back to the traditions of the line, and it stands out better than having that stupid mobile phone app that no one wanted. Another great touch is the removable kilt for Roddy Piper, as we never really seen enough accessories with the original retro figures. Next up is Mr. T, a great move here for WWE, as it brings back the early WrestleManias where Mr. T was involved. It's got that, should we say, Texas Tornado move where the body twists, both arms hang out, and I think they've done quite a good job on this one too. If I was to add anything, maybe gold chains, but to be honest with you, you could pick up some custom Razor Ramon chains and it does just exactly the same, and it's great touch really. Next up then is Mean Gene Okerlund, and this is branching out for the line because we've never seen any managers, announcers, commentators, female wrestlers, so let's hope that this is the first of many in branching out and having something different for the line. Again, black and white on the back, a legend from that time. Why wouldn't you want Mean Gene Okerlund in your set? The 4th wrestling figure in the pack then is Cowboy Bob Orton, and it's again mid to late 80s, so WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, WrestleMania 3. I get where the theme's going with this, and hopefully it carries on and we get something that we want. We've seen Randy Orton, now Cowboy Bob Orton. Is that the first generational figures that we have? Very good figure anyway. I'm going to open them up and see what you think. Here we go. Slightly harder to open than the Cello wrestling figures. There's nothing wrong with Cello's wrestling figures, just that I think Mattel, maybe they've got that little bit more experience, and it took a little while to open up Cowboy Bob Orton. Anyway, there we have it, there's the wrestling figure, and first thing I'm going to check, does that hat come off? No, unfortunately. But being honest, that's how Hasbro wrestling figures were. Undertaker's hat didn't come off, the Mountie's hat didn't come off, and many other things like that. You see the clothesline action, and to be honest with you, it's not a bad job. You see there the front and the back, very traditional, I could say that. I'm quite happy with the action figure. Maybe if I was to change anything, I'd have them available in stores. But I think now Mattel are taking a different approach, and it's going for the more adult themed wrestling fan. So there we have it, there's Cowboy Bob Orton. On to the next wrestling figure. And next up is Mr. T. Again, a bit of a struggle opening up there. I like this Mr. T figure because it's more than just wrestling. I'm sure 18 figure collectors would want to pick this one up. Who else? Pop culture fans. It's Mr. T. It's a man off the telly. And I think I like what they're doing here because it's something different. And why would you want to be the same? Always make it different, guys. Well done. The action resembles that of Texas Tornado, and it reminds me of the aeroplane spin against Roddy Piper. Was that at WrestleMania 1? God, that's nearly 40 years ago, guys. Scary. Fantastic head sculpt, the ring attire is spot on, and the move, it suits really. Gold boots too. Well done, Mattel. This is my favourite so far. As I say, the only thing I would add is a gold chain. But hey, we can't all be picky. I'm very glad to receive retro wrestling figures once again. Finishing off, the one thing I would like to see now is Mr. T at a wrestling convention. Imagine this signed up in silver pen. Well, you know, that would look perfect, wouldn't it? Our third wrestling figure, Mean Gene. Woo! Finally, I opened the action figure up, and to be honest with you, it's fantastic. Great piece, but this always gets me thinking, what next? Gorilla Monsoon, Shawn Mooney, Jack Tunney, Vince McMahon, all the commentators. Why wouldn't you want more? You got the press slam, the microphone that slides out of his hand, and it's a traditional microphone, not your modern WWE. So they've done a good job on that one. Then the blue blazer and the brown khaki coloured pants. This speaks 1980s wrestling and what we all love. Well, you know something, Mean Gene. I'm very happy for this figure, and I'm very upset I won't be able to get it signed. But finally, Mean Gene's got a retro wrestling figure, and it's fantastic. So loaded up with a microphone, yet again another accessory, Mean Gene Okerlund, the legend that is. Thank you for Mattel, thank you for WWE, we have this legend in hand, thank you. Question to all you fans then, which wrestling manager or commentator would you want next? For me, Gorilla Monsoon, and why not? Finally then, Roddy Piper, the movie star, the wrestling star, and friend to many. Let's open it up. Who would you go for then? Wrestling fans, the Mattel version or the Hasbro version? Not a hard choice, is it? It's got to be Hasbro. Although, I do like the head sculpt on this one. Very good. The kilt is removable. I like that. And it's back to the old traditional blue trunks for Roddy Piper. The kilt, traditional like the Mattel lines. Very easily made for them. And the action figure has got that kicking motion. New to the Mattel retro line. But unfortunately for me, I'm not a fan of that move. Just makes the legs look like children's legs compared to, you know, with an adult body. It doesn't make sense, but hey, someone likes it, fair enough, whatever. We got a Roddy Piper wrestling figure, and I'm more than happy to see another Roddy Piper. If Mattel were to make retros that we've had of Hasbro's, I'd love to see a Bret Hart, another Hulk Hogan, that'll be good, and maybe a better Ultimate Warrior. This is, I would say, a Roddy Piper which models a 1985, 1986 Roddy Piper that we've seen on our screens. You can see that baby face image that they've made of the wrestler here. Unfortunately, that completes the 4, so hopefully Mattel will release more retro wrestling figures. These are the 4 that we've seen: Mean Gene, Rowdy Piper, Mr. T, and Cowboy Bob Orton. And just a quick recap, you got them mint on card and you got them loose. They were available online only. I don't know about that. I like the idea, but then again, I like shop hunting for them. So either way, we've got retros. This is everything. What do you think? Are you a fan, wrestling fans? Who would you like to see in Series 2? What do you like from Series 1? And what would you change in the future? But anyway, thank you very much for taking a look. Don't forget to give us a like, share and subscribe. Goodbye for now.